Hello everybody and welcome back to the Breakfast Club. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, and right now we're going to talk about the US Super Bowl being held in Arlington, Texas this Sunday to be exact. And here to help us talk about the Super Bowl from the US Embassy, I'd like to welcome to the Breakfast Club Mr. Greg D'Alessandro. Greg, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it.
Now, Greg, how long have you been an American football fan? Judging from all this memorabilia, a long time, my friend.
For as long as I can remember. My grandfather took me to my first NFL game when I was 6 years old. I still remembered. It was 1974. My cousin and I went. It was the Baltimore Colts against the New England Patriots. Unfortunately, the Patriots won that day.
Patriots for the patriotic people. Tom Brady's New England Patriots?
That's right.
Oh, okay. I'm just doing
well before Tom Brady started.
Well before Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen, but we're not talking about celebrities. Now, Greg, the Super Bowl, according to the statistics, it has the second highest food consumption in America behind Thanksgiving. Now, how does this big event bring people together from all over the country?
Well, I think not only all over the country, but all over the world.
Yeah?
And I've actually read a statistic just the other day that it is the cause of many people breaking their New Year's resolutions because of all the food that is presented.
Yeah.
The reason the Super Bowl brings so many people together is because people plan their entire Sunday around it. They have parties at people's houses. They may go to a restaurant or bar. But bottom line is, come Super Bowl Sunday, everyone in America is together watching the game.
Fantastic. Now, tell us a bit more about this weekend in terms of the on-field teams. We got the Green Bay Packers versus the Steelers.
Yes.
And tell us about both teams. I mean, in terms of their strengths, the weakness. Who's the crowd favorite? Who does the whole of America want to win?
I think it'd be hard to say that whole of America wants either team to win. I think most people want a good game.
A good game, yeah.
We have two of the best, obviously, they're in the Super Bowl, but two of the best teams in the NFL. But most notably, the #1 and #2 defense in the league are going head-to-head. So I really think what this game is going to come down to is how do these young quarterbacks, Ben Roethlisberger for the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers for the Green Bay Packers, how do they face up and match these strong defenses?
Fantastic. Now, it's very ironic that both teams will be playing for the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Now, Vince Lombardi was the coach of the Green Bay Packers early in the 60s and in the 70s before he passed away. Now, Vince Lombardi for the Green Bay, what does he mean to the Green Bay Packers?
Well, he is really an institution in the NFL.
An institution? Wow, it's a big word there.
Well, if you look at the trophy that the winning team will hold up after the game, it's the Vince Lombardi Trophy. He led the Green Bay Packers to Super Bowl I and II. So I think, yes, I think very much. If you think about American football, you think about the NFL, Vince Lombardi clearly comes to mind.
Yeah. Now, the Super Bowl is not only known for its football, or football as Americans like to call it, but more for the halftime entertainment. Now, apparently, advertising is very, very expensive during the Super Bowl. Why so? Well,
it is one of the, I think it reaches over 90 million people a year.
90 million people?
And, for the viewing. And from what I understand, it's about 3 million for 3 seconds of airtime. Or sorry, 3 million for 30 seconds of airtime.
Sorry, say that again. 3 million US dollars for 30 seconds of airtime.
And so you have corporations that view this as an opportunity to reach a worldwide market. And so they not only do they take advantage of the fact by airing these commercials during the Super Bowl, they try to make their most creative and sometimes their most funny commercials during the Super Bowl. In fact, after the Super Bowl, you'll not only have a breakdown of the game, you'll have a breakdown of how well the commercials did and which one were people's favorites.
Now, the Pepsi commercial was quite a crowd favorite over the years, yeah?
Yes, Pepsi, obviously the car commercials, Budweiser. There's a number of different places, number of different, yes.
Now, on Monday, because the game is played at 6:30 U.S. time in Arlington, Texas, but which is about 6:30 to 7:30 Malaysian time the next day on Monday, the 7th of February. Now, will the U.S. Embassy be on shutdown mode because everybody will be watching this game?
Well, of course we'll be working.
Really?
But I know for one that I will make sure that I have some time. I'm taking a little bit of time off that morning so I can make sure that I can be in front of a TV with friends. Like I said, people get together for this game, and when you're overseas, it's no different.
Yeah.
And so there's a group of my friends and I will be get together for, instead of an afternoon of barbecue and chicken wings, we will be getting together for breakfast. Maybe maybe some eggs and some coffee.
Right. So will many of the expat community, especially the American expat community, be getting together for a little makan this Monday morning?
Well, I think that some of the people with the embassy, yes, we will get together.
Yeah. Now, who is the U.S. Embassy favorite for this match, Greg?
I think if you went across the U.S. Embassy, people would be split. I'm sure there's people that are fighting for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and there's people that are fighting for the Green Bay Packers. I think it'd be tough to tell. I haven't polled the embassy.
Yeah. Now, the Steelers, apparently they've got a lot of Super Bowl experience. I read last night that there's only one guy in the Green Bay Packers who has won a Super Bowl ring, and he was a backup player for none other than the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, will experience count at this level?
I think it does count at this level. When you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, while I mentioned that these were two storied franchises, you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is their third Super Bowl in six years.
That's right.
Many of these people on this team have been there before, and it's not so much the game itself. Bottom line is a run up the center is going to be a run up the center. A pass play is going to be a pass play. But it's everything that surrounds this game. It's the biggest stage. It's 2 weeks of media and hype. And how do those people deal with it?
Yeah.
The pressure. And so the Pittsburgh Steelers have done that twice in the last 5 years. Now the third time. The Green Bay Packers, for many of their players, it's an uncharted territory. I think it does play a part.
Okay. Now, there was a book written by Vince Lombardi, and it was called When Pride Still Mattered. Is pride going to be the #1 most important thing come this Sunday, Greg?
Pride will be a big factor, but I think it comes down to execution of the plays.
Well, like they say, pain is temporary and pride is forever. One last question, Greg.
Yes, sir.
The score, well, it's 2 questions. The score and the winner.
I think it's going to be hard to bet against the Pittsburgh Steelers, given their experience. I think it's going to be a nail-biter. I think the Steelers win on a late field goal, 28-27.
28-27. Let's hope for a close game. According to Greg, it's going to be a close game, but we're just going to take a very short commercial break right here on The Breakfast Club. But when we return, Shilda and Shah, more with them. We'll see you soon, right here on The Breakfast Club, Bernama TV.